Great. Yasu, so nice to see you again. It's been a long time.
今回は先日来日されたトゥーロンゴルフ、ショーン・トゥーロンさん、鎌谷徹さんにお会いして特別にインタビューをさせていただいてます。
鎌谷を徹でいいです。使ってくれてる。すごい。ありがとうございます。
実はトゥーロンさんとはトゥーロンデザイン立ち上げ時のゴルフフェア出展時にお会いして以来の再会になります。その前のテーラーメイド時代は日米の違いはあれどお仕事をさせていただいたご縁もあります。今回はいよいよ日本でも発売になります24ファーストランパターシリーズを中心にインタビューしてみたいと思います。トゥーロンさん、本日は貴重なお時間いただきありがとうございます。
Great. Yasu, so nice to see you again. It's been a long time. I always enjoy spending time with you. And on your YouTube channel, and it's very, very good. And I think you do a lot of very good work in helping golfers. So they should be very happy. That's one, you're very knowledgeable, and two, very personable. So it's easy to fall in love with.
本当ですか?
The other day, I saw an article about the Mitsubishi Diamana shaft that my youngest son, Preston, was involved with the development of with the other people at Mitsubishi in the U.S., along with Stephen Sweeney, the famous putting instructor. And that's a shaft that we're excited about. So we've had quite a few people buy that shaft in the U.S., and the reviews from that very, very positive. People really like it. So it's stiff, very low torque, incredible feel. A lot of times those shafts, as you know, when they get really stiff and no torque, they don't feel so good. This one feels amazing. I'm using it in my putter. I love it. So very excited about it. It's a good one.
なんか本題に入る前にマニアックな話になっちゃいましたけど、改めてトゥーロンさん、早速インタビューを始めさせていただきたいと思います。テーラーメイドではさまざまなプロダクトを世界的にヒットさせ、キャロウェイゴルフではオデッセイとトゥーロンブランドを牽引し、非常に大きな成長をさせたトゥーロンさん。キャロウェイゴルフから独立運営になったトゥーロンゴルフのメンバーとブランドコンセプトを改めて教えてください。またパターブランドを始めた経緯も教えてほしいです。
Right. We started TOULON Golf actually in 2015. I had just retired from TaylorMade, and two of my sons approached me, Joe and Tony, about starting a putter brand. And at first, I didn't really know what to think. But when your kids say to their father that they want to work together with you, it's very powerful. So we started, and we got off to a very, very good start. And then, just about a year into it, Callaway approached us about joining with Callaway. So that was very cool. And then in July this year, I retired again to restart TOULON with my son Tony and my son Preston, which is a dream come true. So our thought pattern and the way we think about all of the products that we're going to be doing, not just putters, but mostly putters, is to look at everything through the eye and the mindset of somebody who makes the very, very best milled putters. So incredible art, incredible science, massive attention to detail. How do we make these products the most beautiful products in the world? How do we make them sound incredible? How do we make them feel better? So our mindset is really that of a milled putter craftsman. And we're applying that mindset, Yasu, to every product that we touch. So I think it's a very unique way to look at creating products. And so far, the products that we've created, whether it's our milled putter line, which we're just launching, and it's so far the response has been amazing, to some of these milled and forged irons that we're doing, I think it's going to be incredible.
なるほど。トゥーロンゴルフの新しいパターはどんなゴルファーに向けて作られたプロダクトですか？
Yeah, okay. So when we work with players, and your question was really about professionals and amateurs, which I think is a great question. Both are incredibly important. So when we create any of these products, the number one emotion that we're trying to create. So when you see a beautiful totally milled iron, or an incredible, beautiful all milled putter, right? This one happens to be New York City. The first thing we want to create when you see it is, oh my God, I love that. So it's this emotion of love or lust that when you look at it, you just say, it's incredible. So that's number one. And then the second and third part is, how does it sound and how does it feel? So look, sound, and feel. Those three things come together and create an emotion with the golfer that ultimately will create confidence. And that when you see these look, sound, and feel together, you've never seen it before to the level that we're trying to bring to the golfer. So ultimately, it's the way we produce these products, the way we create them, the way we design them, to create this emotion for the golfer that when they see it, they just say, Yasu, they just say, oh my God, I have to have this. It moves them emotionally. And then the reward is when they hit it, the sound and feel is amazing. So, and it's important to create confidence for not just the professional, but especially our customers, which is the amateurs, right? And I don't think they've seen the level of care and detail and passion and obsession to get it right from anybody other than from us. That's our goal.
よくわかりました。
いい感じですか？
はい。例えば腕前やストロークなど使い手の相性や使い手のコツみたいなものってあるんでしょうか？
Yeah. So your question, Yasu, is about, who are these putters really designed for? And the first part, I'll say, which is a little bit more sort of psychological, it's for people that want to have something that speaks to them emotionally. When they look at it, they just look at it and say, oh my God, that's just so beautiful. But the second part of the equation is, how does it actually work, right? So does it actually help me become a better golfer, right? Shoot lower scores. So when we created the line of putters, we have 8 different head shapes. So, beautiful blade, another one, wider blade. So we have 4 different blades, and then we also have 4 different mallet styles. And this one is our most popular right now, mostly because Ricky Fowler uses a jailbird. This one's called Alcatraz. In the US, this putter, incredibly hot. We're selling this really well. So we have different putters, different designs that will appeal to different types of putting strokes. So somebody that has a little bit more arc in their stroke typically would want something that has a little bit more toe hang. Somebody that has maybe, can you get me a face balance one? Somebody that has a putting stroke that doesn't open and close as much will have designs that'll be more face balanced. That's perfect. Here's one right here. So if I hold this one up, so it's pretty much, so it doesn't have a lot of rotation in the stroke. For somebody that doesn't want to arc the putter as much, great. the final part of it is every one of these putters is available with weights. And the weights are designed to get the putter from, you can get almost any putter we make from about 360 grams all the way up to about 400 just by changing weights out. So one of the specs that we have in the U.S. and we'll have here, it's called heavy spec. Oops, messy. So these weights, Yasu, come anywhere from 5 grams, very light, yes, to very heavy, right? So we can change the weight spec to match the golfer. So somebody that wants a heavy putter to kind of give you a little bit more stability, a little bit more control, heavy is usually better. We can do that. So we can fit people for it. But so the performance of the putter is definitely there at a very high level. Sound, look, feel, also weight to really help any golfer putt better. And the final part of it is golfers like to create sort of their own feel, their own personality, just like you do. So we offer the different accessories to go with it so that you can take a Toulon putter and really make it yours. So if you like Tiffany blue, we have that, right? Or if you like sort of a Vespa vintage green, no problem. Butter yellow, candy red, light blue, beautiful pink, dark green, and pretty much anything you can imagine, you can really begin to make this putter your own personal expression. Pretty cool. Yeah.
トゥーロンさんにとってパッティングはゴルフの中でどんな位置づけなんでしょうか。また PGA ツアー選手で好きなパッティングストロークのプロっていますか。
Putting, Yasu, is any golfer has the ability to be a great putter. Because it's not, you don't have to be big or strong or fast or, it's just, anybody can be a great putter. You need to work on some technique and get some instruction, which would be great. But everybody's capable of being a good putter. And even if you need a flinch or something like that, you can go longer putter, you can go to a claw grip, you can do a lot of different things to become a good putter. My favorite putting stroke on the PGA Tour or in professional golf is Cameron Smith. It's so good. And when you see the rhythm to the stroke, but the stroke has really changed. It used to be sort of easy back, easy through, sort of pendulum. Now it's a little bit more 1, 2, 1, 2. So it's a little bit more of an aggressive move into the ball, and then it doesn't go all the way through. Cameron Smith I think is the best putter in golf, and I think he has the best putting stroke in all of golf. He's amazing. Love him.
日本のアマチュアゴルファーにトゥーロンゴルフのパターを選ぶ点でポイントってありますか。
I think you should pay attention to your putting stroke and the arc of your putting stroke. And you should try to match the toe hang of the putter to your stroke. So Tiger talks a lot about a release point, right? So when he's doing that, he uses a putter very similar to this, right? So Tiger is looking to find out if the ball is right here, when I get right to here, how do I get a putter that matches my putting stroke so that it's square at the moment of impact. And that has a lot to do with toe hang and the way the putter sort of reacts to your stroke. So the more arc in your stroke this way and toe flow in your stroke typically the more toe hang you like, you will be better for you, right? So a moderate to maybe a little bit more toe hang for somebody who likes to have a lot of flow in their stroke, and for somebody who doesn't have much flow in their stroke, then something that's more face balanced like this. This is better for somebody who doesn't have a lot of rotation, right? And then secondly, I would say the trend for weight in putter heads is heavier. And a lot of that has to do, Yasu, with green speeds. Greens are faster now than they used to be. And as greens get faster, typically heavier putters. So I would say 360 is a good place to start. And then don't be afraid to go heavier. And then finally, last thing, find something that looks great to you, that gives you confidence when you look at it. If you feel good over the putt, you're going to putt better.
今日は本当にありがとうございました。トゥーロンゴルフのプロダクトにも期待しています。今後ともよろしくお願いします。
Yeah. Thank you for your time. Always nice to spend time with you, Yasu. Okay.
美しさに多分最初に気づくのはもしかしたら女性ゴルファーかも。この辺何本か買いたいですよ。と終わる予定だったんですが、あのアイアン効かないわけにはいかないですよね。
OK。
トゥーロンさんお願いします。
Okay.
OK。
So this is our first project of something other than a putter, Yasu. And when we were thinking about doing other products, we wanted to take our mindset that we have on putters, right? And the putters are first about how do we make them, they have to work, right? So they have to perform. But how do we make them the most beautiful? How do we make them, when we design them, how do we design them so they have the best feel and create the best sound? So it's such a emotional experience, right? So that when you hit a putt with it or hit a shot, you hit it and you just go, oh my God, that felt so good, right? Because that's so rewarding for a golfer, right? So we wanted to take that's the mindset that we use when we create a putter. And we were curious about what if we took that mindset and could apply it to an iron? What would that look like? So it starts with using the very, very best material, which is Japan, right? In carbon steel S20C in Japan. So that material is just magnificent. It's so soft, so buttery, so rewarding. So we wanted that material. Number two, we wanted to forge and then 100% mill, not just a little milling, but forge to a fairly rough shape and then totally machine to a finished state, just like we would with a milled putter. And that takes a very skilled partner in manufacturing, which we found here in Japan, called Sasaki. And then we wanted to create a mill pattern to it that showcased our passion, our love, our obsession for detail, to just make it perfect as we could. So this is our very first one, which we call TC1. TC stands for Tour Certified, and then we have another one called TC2. So this is a very unique mill pattern that we did on the back, but totally milled every part of the iron, and we wanted to leave the mill pattern in there, so it just created another level of emotion for the golfer, that ultimately these irons would be the very, very best. The best sound, the best feel, and the most beautiful. That's what we were after.